So when you're talking about some of the best young cores in the NBA, you got to mention the Oklahoma City Thunder. You got to talk about the Orlando Magic, obviously the San Antonio Spurs with Wemby. But I want to talk about the Houston Rockets and what they're doing this season with their young core, because they are one of the best teams in the Western Conference. They're one of the best defensive teams in the NBA, and they are set up very well for the future. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I recently did a Thunder rebuild and just talking about how 2K doesn't really give them a lot of love. They give a lot of love to Minnesota, Dallas, and San Antonio in the sim. Now, Houston gets way less love than OKC, and OKC already doesn't get a ton of love because Alperen Sengun's usually traded on draft night. That will not be happening in this video unless everything goes wrong. But this Rockets team, like I said, is set up very well for the future because Sengun has really come on defensively this year and has been a good offensive talent. Jalen Green has started off the year 2025 on a hot streak, but he could be inconsistent at times. Still just 22 years old, though. You have Amen Thompson, who's breaking out this year in year number 2 on both ends of the floor, and I can't wait to see him be a full-time starter throughout the rest of the year, as he should be, and next year when Fred VanVleet is off this team. He's still a good veteran, but he's got a $42 million expiring contract. Dylan Brooks has been a good two-way player. You watch him play the other night where he looked like he was like the sauciest player in the league, and he's still a good defender, making good amount of money where you can incorporate that in a trade if you need to. Tari Eason, an incredible defender. It looks like they hit on that 17th overall pick back in 2022. Maybe better than their 3rd overall pick, Jabari Smith, who's definitely been up and down. He got off to an abysmal start this year in year number 3, but has been very good as of late before he ended up fracturing his hand in a shoot around, which is just a terrible luck for him this year. Cam Whitmore kind of feels like an odd man out at times, like really stood out in his rookie year last year as a scorer. That's really it. But he was the 20th overall pick this year. He's had his moments. He's been in the G League as well, but is now up on the roster. You have some other veterans like Steven Adams making 12 mil, Jock Landale making 8 mil, Jeff Green making 8 mil as well, Aaron Holiday making about 5 mil, and I haven't talked about number 3 overall pick like the Summer League standout, preseason standout Reed Shepherd, who was not good when he played this year and is now in the G League. And if he's not hitting his shots, he's not going to have the confidence and really doesn't have much of a role right now because he's not going to be handling the rock a ton, but I am excited for Reed Shepherd's future on this team. And then you talk about the trade they made with the Nets in the off seasons, where we now control multiple Suns picks going forward. I'll make sure these are correct as we go throughout this, but we are definitely going to have some nice picks in the future, and that could set up a big trade because I know Houston wants Devin Booker eventually. And also shout out to their head coach, Ime Udoka, because he's done a great job since taking over this role from Steven Silas a few years ago. The Rockets kind of hinted that they're not going to make too many moves at the deadline and they want to rock with their young core, get them playoff experience. That's fine. I honestly think they're a Jimmy Butler trade. By the time you guys see this video, Jimmy Butler may have already been traded because I'm recording this a couple days before it's going to go out to you guys. I think Fred VanVleet in a first could make a ton of sense. Cam Whitmore could definitely seal this deal done. I think that's better than what Phoenix can offer, and Phoenix has to get 4 different teams involved, and they have to get Bradley Beal to waive his no trade clause. It's kind of a mess. And this team is 31-20 at the deadline. We have fallen off a little bit as of late, and Denver is on a hot streak right now. I still think we're going to be a top 6 seed in the Western Conference, but I think it comes down to how consistent can Jalen Green be for us and Alperen Sengun. Fred VanVleet, I think I need to get out of the starting lineup, and we got to just full-time start Amen Thompson rest of the year. And I think this could be a Cam Johnson team as well. They have the assets to go out and pull off a type of deal like this. For the rest of the season, I'm going to rock out this 10-man rotation, though. And I think, if the Rockets don't make a trade, they're kind of fumbling the Jeff Green expiring, the Steven Adams expiring, the Fred VanVleet expiring, where they can match that for a longer-term deal. And I think that's what they should do. If they can get Cam Johnson's 3-year deal, and if it doesn't work out for you, hey, that's money you can include in a trade down the line. But the bench is going to be Eason, Whitmore, VanVleet, Adams, and Shepherd. And then the starting 5 is going to be Amen, Green, Brooks, Jabari, and Sengun. Hopefully this team will make the playoffs, because if we don't, and we fall to a playing tournament spot, it's definitely a little bit of a choke job. So Shea wins MVP this year. Alex Sarr is your rookie of the year. No Reed Shepherd for us. Shout out to TJ McConnell winning 6th man of the year. Wemby Depoy. Amen wins most improved in year number 2. Hate that for sophomores, but shout out to our boy winning the award. And I'm excited to see him. I don't know where he's going to start next year because I'm starting him. I think point guard, and then Reed Shepherd can come off the bench. LeBron wins clutch player of the year. And Trae Young ends up on all NBA first team. And yeah, we did choke in the second half of the year. We finished as the 10th seed in the Western Conference. I mean, 43-40 is what? 2 more wins than we had last year. But this is why I think we should have made an upgrade at the deadline. But we're going to try to have ultimate cap flexibility in the offseason. even with Şengün and Jalen Green potentially getting new contracts as well. So we're going to see if somebody can become a playoff riser or if they're a playoff faller, as Cam Whitmore did not really shoot the ball all that well in the second half. Neither did Jabari Smith. I mean, Jabari was actually all right. And I like Jabari Smith a ton, man. I wonder where his position is best at. Like, do you start playing him at small forward, kind of like what Utah did with Lauri Markkanen? I don't know. Just an idea. But Fred VanVleet, way too inefficient for us right now. He's getting 10 minutes a night in the playoffs. I'm not going to play Reed Shepherd. He's not playing at all. Steven Adams can get 10 minutes. Cam Whitmore is going to get 15. Tari Eason could get 27. I'm going to play the starting 5 a ton, though. We're going to go 38 to Amen, 38 to Green, 36 Şengün. Let's go 31 Dylan Brooks, 31 Dylan Brooks. And we can go 35 Jabari Smith Jr. Let's see what that top 6 can do. We're taking on the Clippers in round number 1, a team we can beat. Now, our pick, I mean, I think it's a swap with the Suns this year. Where do we get the Suns outright? We actually, 25 draft. I think we owe OKC our first round pick in 26. Damn, we're going to get sent home as early as possible. We lose in the first leg of the play-in tournament. That is so disappointing. And like I said in the beginning of the video, 2K does not love the Rockets in the sim. So I got to overcome that today. Amen, 12, 10, 5, and 6. Like, really good game. 40% from the field, though. Jalen Green, 10 of 24, 2 of 11 from 3. 24 points. That's like the Jalen Green experiment, or experience, I should say. But yeah, that's really disappointing getting bounced in the first leg of the play-in. Shea, Western Conference Finals MVP, and Tatum puts up 37, 11, and 7. Eastern Conference Finals MVP. And Boston goes back-to-back. I don't really see that too often anymore. It's usually like the Knicks that make it to the NBA Finals. Yeah, they hate Cleveland. Boston swept Orlando in the ECF. As LeBron ends up retiring, he says, yeah, I'm not doing another year. This Lakers team is in limbo. And I feel like nobody would even I mean, somebody would trade for LeBron. But, like, where does he even go? And, like, what does he even go for? I don't even feel like it's a lot. I think they would have to trade Anthony Davis eventually. We'll see, though. I think we did lose Jeff Green to retirement. Yep, so that's $8 million. I should have moved at the deadline. That's on me. That's a bad move by me looking at the long-term outlook of this team. But here we are at the draft lottery. Are we here in the lottery? Not sure exactly, but let's find out. As the Jazz win the Cooper Flag sweepstakes, you have the Raptors at number 2, Hornets at number 3. We are not going to be picking in the lottery, it looks like. We are going to be picking... Actually, yeah, in the lottery, my bad. It's with our pick, though, at 13. I was looking for us owning somebody else's pick. No, our swap gives us a lottery pick, but that's a shame that it's our pick. But hey, we do have a lottery pick to add to this team. We are going to not trade Şengün on draft night. We're going to get Fred VanVleet off this team, which is going to open up a little bit more cap space for us. And Amen Thompson, 2 more years before he's going to be a free agent. But only 1 more year for Jabari Smith and Eason before they are free agents. That's going to be a very big question mark for us. As the Jazz at number 1, are they going to take Cooper Flag? Yes, they do. The Raptors at 2 take Yegor Devin. All right. Ace Bailey 3. Dylan Harper does end up going 4. And 5 is Liam McNeely. I'm going to take a little bit of a project here. I'm going to take Jeremiah Fears. I'm going to take him over Traore, and we're going to just give him the backup point guard minutes or third string point guard minutes because Reed Shepherd, kind of a combo guard. I think Amen Thompson is just like better utilized as like this utility hybrid guy where you can play at the 1, the 2, at the 3, and he can guard multiple positions. Fears, he doesn't need to get minutes next year, and we can develop him over time because we may have a decent amount of draft capital coming in over the next few years. And then I also had Mr. Irrelevant in this draft, so I took Xavier Lee out of Princeton. Shout out him. That is not what he looks like. So we are going to decline the option on Fred VanVleet, pick it up on Eason, Smith, and Whitmore, and obviously Amen. We're going to decline it on Holiday and VanVleet. Thank you for what you did, Fred. You did help us out a ton last year, and he could help them out a ton this year, depending on where they finish out. Jayshawn Tate, I mean, I can allow him to sign with a new team out there, so we could bring back Fred VanVleet. Not going to do that. Have really no desire to. Jalen Williams is here. I'm going to sign him to a 1-year deal because he's probably better than Jock Wandale. I'm going to renounce the rights on mostly all these guys as well. I'm going to pick up Amir Coffey on a 1-year deal and former lottery pick James Bouknight on a 1-year deal as well. Just kidding. He goes to the Wizards. So I'm going to snag Bruce Brown instead. So Şengün is an 88. Green is an 86. We're going to trust the process here, but Green could be the big name. I'm glad they got that extension done. It was like 3 years, around $100 million player option on the 3rd year. Better than, I think, maxing him out for 5 years. And I think we'll still have some trade value because of his age and because of his high ceiling. Because, I don't know, like if Ime Udoka can't get the best out of Jalen Green, I don't know if many other coaches could. And then maybe he's just going to get better with age. Like maybe he was always going to be this inefficient player and inconsistent at times when he's in his early 20s. But maybe Jalen Green is going to be a stud offensive player in his late 20s. So Amen is going to want $30+ million. Jabari Smith, honestly, let's lock him up on this team-friendly deal. It's kind of going to be like a Keldon Johnson type extension. And I think Keldon Johnson in that, like, I think it was the 23 season, showed it a lot more than what Jabari Smith has shown so far. So this is going to be a really good deal for us. Welcome back, Jabari. Eason as well. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to flat rate it though. I think it'd be unfair if he's making like less than 15 million a year. So $60 million over 4 years. I think that's a win-win for both of us. And hopefully we can kind of make out on those contracts as well if they play really good here in the 2026 season. All right, so I'm going to go 37 minutes to a men in green. I want to see the most sample size out of these two in the backcourt to see if like Green can complement Thompson offensively and vice versa defensively. Dylan Brooks at the 3, Jabari Smith and Şengün. Honestly, going to go 34 minutes to both those guys at the 4. Eason, Whitmore, Shepherd, Williams, and Fears off the bench. Lee, Coffey, Brown, and Mondale are not going to get minutes. Under Ime Udoka balanced. We are 4 stars going into the year. I'm excited about this team. First game of the season is at home against the reigning champions, Ime Udoka's old team. All right, we dropped 23 with Şengün right there. Home game against the Heat, we win by 24. Jalen Green drops 33. And we start off 3-0. We beat the Suns. This year, though, I don't think we own the Suns draft pick. It's going to say that we own the Nets pick. I'll make sure that is correct, though, at the end of the year. All right, so at the trade deadline, we are 29-20. We are currently the 5 seed in the West. We have a 4.3 point differential. As offensively, we are the 4th best team in the West. Defensively, we're still, like, not the worst. I mean, like, we're top 6 defensively in the West. Points per game, Jalen Green. All right, it is a really good year for Jalen Green. 24 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.3 assists. Not really much defensive, like, statistic output there, but 49 from the field, 38 from 3, 90 from the line. This is, like, the best possible scenario for Jalen Green. Let's go. 18, 9, and 7 for Şengün. We have Amen Thompson, 17.7 points, 9 rebounds, 6.5 assists. Okay, I think he's a point guard. Jabari Smith, 16 points, 6.5 rebounds, 49, 37, 92 splits. And we got him, I think, on a bargain of a contract. Tari Eason, great two-way player as well. Honestly, you know what I think I'm going to do? I know Cam Whitmore's been fine offensively, but, like, maybe a little disappointing. I think I'm going to bench Dylan Brooks, who's been good. Like, 37 from 3, I'll take that. The scoring's down a ton, but I think I'm going to start Tari Eason and go with that full, like, youngin starting 5. So, say we make Eason a small forward. He's going to go up to an 85. What happens with Amen? He goes down if I make him a point guard. He goes up at a small forward. So we'll keep that. So for now, I'm going to make like Amen's backup position a point guard. Şengün's a power forward. Mondale's a power forward. But Eason, yeah, backup can be a power forward as well. So a big change, we are going to make Dylan Brooks to the bench, Tari Eason to the starting 5. We are going to go about 28 minutes a night to Tari Eason. And I'm excited about Amen, Green, Eason, Smith, and Şengün because that seems very well balanced offensively and defensively. Reed Shepherd, 40, 32, 89 splits. How's Jeremiah been this year? He's been fine. Obviously, he's not getting a ton of playing time, just around 6 minutes a night. Cam Whitmore wants around $26 million a year. I think that's like a big trade piece for us this upcoming offseason. I don't know what that's going to be for, but I'm probably not going to pay him. So I think we're going to ride with this team, though. I'm really trying to develop it internally and just kind of going with the guys we have now and banking on the internal development. And then, that's so much money right now. I don't need to commit to it. I'm not going to. It's just year 3. So Luka wins MVP. Cooper Flagg is your rookie of the year. Giddey, 6th man of the year. Wemby, Depoy. Marcus Sasser, shout out Houston, man. Winning most improved over there in Detroit. He's getting a lot of runtime. I don't know if Cade maybe had a down year or Jaden Ivey. Here's All-NBA first team, though, Houston Rockets. Amen Thompson, now All-NBA second team. 17, 8.5, 6.5, 2.1 assists. So he's got 3.1 stocks, 51% from the field. I don't know if he's ever going to knock down threes, but he's also like the most athletic player in the NBA, or he's up there, and he's on All-NBA second team. So no Jalen Green, no Şengün. So he can like average sub 20 points and still be, yeah, like top 10 defender, top 10 player. Like that's massive. That really is. Jeremiah Fears, just because there's not a lot of guys getting minutes, ends up on All-Rookie second team. We got a Battle of Texas in round number 1. This is going to be a fun matchup between us and the San Antonio Spurs going up against Fred VanVleet. So Chris Paul retired. They bring in VanVleet. And I'm really glad I didn't bring it back with those shooting splits there. We ended the season with a 46-36 record, which is definitely the best record we have had since James Harden left. It's the best season since 2019, and that was the last year Chris Paul was there. So topped the following year with Russell Westbrook, and that was kind of a disaster year, and that wasn't a good move. And I mean, I knew it in hindsight, and if I knew it, or I knew it in the time, and if I know it in the time, I don't know how, like, Daryl Morey didn't know it at the time. I'm sure that was pressured from ownership, though. 23 points, 4 rebounds, 2.5 assists for Green, 47, 36, 88 splits. I will take that every day of the week. 18.5 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.4 steals for Şengün, 50% from the field when I told him to stop taking threes. We talked about how good Amen was. Jabari Smith, 15 and 6, 46, 36, 91 splits, man. Yeah, he's exciting at 6'10 for sure. Tari Eason, 3-point shot dwindled in the second half of the year, but helps us out defensively for sure. Reed Shepherd, man, he does not do too well in 2K, which is kind of unfortunate. So looking at what we have now, I think Fears is definitely not going to play in the playoffs. I think Shepherd's probably going to get like 10 minutes a night. Looking at the bench unit, I think we go like 18 to Brooks and Whitmore. Maybe we do like 23 to Brooks, 18 Whitmore, 12 J. Will, 10 to Reed Shepard. Let's go 39 to the backcourt, and then let's go 35 to the front court, and we can go 29 to Tari Eason. Game number 1 against the Spurs. We end up losing this one, 141-113. Damn, we give up 50 to Wemby. Şengün. I think Şengün actually plays well against Wemby. Or maybe that's somebody else I'm thinking of. Damn, Jabari Smith, 2 of 10. Dylan Brooks did not shoot well. Tari Eason did not shoot well. Game number 2 goes to the San Antonio Spurs, 134-112. Şengün drops 27. He's off to a good start. Amen with 18 on good efficiency, but Jalen Green not showing up in the playoffs so far. Just a fraction of what he was in the regular season. We do win game 3, though. I call him out. He goes 0 of 8 from 3, but still drops 30 points because he knocks down 10 free throws. Great game for Şengün and Amen Thompson. Game 4 goes to Houston, 104-91, 20-13-5, and 4 blocks for Amen. 18 and 13 for Şengün, 17 for Jalen Green. We do win 3 in a row. Let's go. We go down to, we win 3 in a row. Over 100 points combined. Just kidding. I can't do math. Well, yeah, it would be over 100 points combined between these 5. I was going to say these 4, but Şengün and Amen Thompson dropping triple doubles here. Wow. Amen with 23, 11, and 5.5. That is insane in the playoffs. Game 6 goes to San Antonio. They win by 8. Damn, Şengün, who's also having an incredible playoff series. He is stepping up as a number 1 because Jalen Green has been pretty inconsistent. We do lose that game, unfortunately, though. So here we go. Game 7 in San Antonio. Can we pull off? I think they'd be favorites. Oh, man, what a terrible second quarter. We get outscored by 9. Damn, 34 points combined between the second and third quarters. They outscored us in the third than we just did in those 2 quarters combined. So, yeah, we are going to put up an offensive stinker here. 89 points. We lose by 23. Damn, Jalen Green have a phenomenal performance, but Jabari Smith Jr. was pretty bad in the playoffs. I mean, he's 22 years old. I don't want to make any, like, irrational decisions based off that. But it is disappointing, for sure. Jalen Green, though, 38 points in 41 minutes. He was incredible as we end up losing in round 1. Hey, better than last year. It's not like we choked in the second half of the year, and the internal development made us a top 5 seed in the West. And San Antonio ended up losing in 5 to Dallas, so maybe we would have gotten swept by them. As Marcus Sasser almost got an NBA title as the Pistons, though. They unfortunately lost to the OKC Thunder. Could I get a Sore at one point? Could I get the Thompson twins? I think I did get a Men in my most recent Pistons rebuild, so maybe I'm not going to do the same thing. So here we go, draft lottery time. Let's see what pick we are going to be eligible for here on draft night. We're projected at 13 with the Nets pick, and that pick stays at 13. The odds of that moving up were very low. We do have to give OKC, I believe, our first round pick, or it's a swap right there. Philly's going to get that at 19. And yeah, we don't own the Nets first round pick this year, so we're not going to have a lottery pick, unfortunately. So I will have to give that back to Brooklyn. Şengün is 23, Men's 23, Green 24. Like, these guys are so young. Everybody in the starting 5 is 25 or younger, so I don't think I want to do anything crazy right now. Like, I think that's going to be the starting 5 next year, unless, like, the Cam Whitmore trade package ends up getting me something nice. So here in the 26th draft, AJ DeBanza joins the Orlando Magic. That is probably via the Phoenix Suns. I mean, like, that's just an insane team now. I don't know if, like, Franz Wagner becomes available, as number 2 was just traded for Siakam. Kind of love that for Indiana, because they're going to get Cameron Boozer, and then the Pelicans at 3 take Darren Peterson. So we did have a couple second round picks. Anton Kozlov we ended up getting at 34, Keith King at 35, and Ifani, and yeah, I'm butchering his name. I'm not going to even try. So, yeah, we're going to sign those 3 rookies. We're going to pick up the team option on everybody here. Amen, Cam, Reed, and Xavier Lee. And then we're going to see Luka, Trey, and Hartenstein hit free agency. J. Will, we will extend the qualifying offer to. No pun intended. We do not have cap space. Do we have any mid-level exception to use? We do. So we could get somebody nice. I was hoping like Quentin Grimes would be here in free agency, but Corey Kispert definitely catches my eye. I think Keon Ellis does as well. I think having like a 3-and-D shooting guard off the bench would be nice. And I think he's going to be somebody I'm going to go after. Let's give him a 3-year deal worth around $24 million. And I'm going to do this big trade with the New York Knicks. Cam Whitmore has a lot of trade value, and we are going to acquire Mikal Bridges, who is pretty much going to be a 3-and-D piece for us, but I think an upgrade over Whitmore and Brooks going forward. We're going to attach those 2 guys with Xavier Lee for Mikal Bridges and Precious Achiuwa. And Mikal was linked to the Rockets in the offseason because the Rockets owned Brooklyn's picks, and they could have gotten Mikal from them. So we're going to slide Bridges to the 3. His overall does go up, so it's going to be, I think, Amen at the 1, Green at the 2, Bridges at the 3. And then I believe we are going to get Keon Ellis as well in free agency, which is nice. I would like to bring back J. Will, who got an offer to go back to the Thunder, 2 years, 15 mil. Gonna match that. Honestly, Amen Thompson's about to get $200 million from me. We're going to pretty much put it at 40 mil. Yeah, $200 million deal for Amen Thompson. That is a lot of money, but that man is a difference maker. So it's looking like Jalen Green would opt out next year. I don't think I'm gonna commit to an extension just yet. And we could get a nice first round pick here in the 2027 draft. That we'll see maybe come true over time. So let's figure out the rotation, which I think it's gonna be, well, it's gonna be Men at the 1, Green at the 2. We're gonna go Bridges 3, Jabari 4, Şengün 5. We're gonna have Reed get like probably 18 minutes off the bench. I need to see that efficiency go up because the defense isn't great. We'll go 23 to Eason. I'd like to go 35 to Şengün. 30, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to play Precious Achiuwa because I don't mind Jay Will. So let's go 35 to Şengün, 34 to Jabari Smith. I mean, Bridges could play like 40 minutes a night if we wanted him to. We can play him 34, but I think I'm only going to play him like 30 minutes a night, actually. We're going to go something like this: 30 to Bridges, 33 to Jabari, 34 to Şengün. I mean, I got to go a decent amount of minutes to Amen. We can go 36 Amen, 35 Green. But the way that this is constructed, that means no minutes for Jeremiah Fears this year. So maybe we'll keep it that way for now. We'll see how Keon Ellis does, and hopefully that's a big addition. I need to see Reed Shepherd take steps as a high-volume shooter. And we are playing very well this year. We are 36-15. We are the 3 seed in the Western Conference, but the West has a lot of good teams. Dallas, Minnesota, San Antonio, OKC are all really elite. We do have an 8.5 point differential. Offensively, we're number 3 in the West. Defensively, we are number 6 in the West. So still a good spot to be in right now, with Şengün leading the way, averaging 22, 10, and 7. Is he mini Jokic? He's getting to normal Jokic numbers. Jalen Green, 20 points on really good efficiency. Hey, I will take that. Jabari Smith Jr. breaking out offensively as well. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 46, 39, 87 splits. Amen, pretty much doing what he did last year, but averaging more rebounds, more assists. Yeah, less steals and less blocks, but the efficiency is up, which is nice. Mikal's averaging 12 points. I mean, did the Knicks rob us? Maybe, because these are not good numbers whatsoever. 41, 32, 60 splits. Hopefully he's better in the second half. Eason, his shot's fallen off a little bit. We did get him under contract. I feel like I'm making out well on the Jabari Smith Jr. contract. Maybe not as much on Eason. Reed Shepherd, 36 from 3, 88 from the line, which is nice. Yeah, Keon Ellis, great 3D talent this year, 50 and 48 splits. I like Jay Will. And I would like for Jeremiah Fears to play a little bit more in the second half, but I don't really know how to get him some playing time. Maybe I go like 20 minutes to Eason. Maybe I go like 28 minutes to Mikal. And then we do, I don't know, just at least 5 minutes to Fears to give him something. So Wemby wins MVP this year. Cameron Boozer, who they traded Siakam for, Rookie of the Year. J-Dub is your 6th Man of the Year. Wemby Depoy, Most Improved is Boogie Flan. Brunson, Clutch Player of the Year. And Greg Popovich is your Coach of the Year. Wemby, Luka, Jokic, Ja, and Cooper Flag on all NBA first team. Here, second team with Halliburton, LaMelo, and Giannis and Mobley. Here is third team with Chet, AD, Cade, and Jason Tatum as well. So no Houston Rockets to be found, unfortunately. Damn, none at all. We ended the year as the 5 seed. Yeah, we were the 5 seed last year, so we stay at the same spot. Is that the peak of this core? I don't know. We just won 52 games. Like, that's a lot. That is the most the Houston Rockets have won since 2019. Yeah, that 2018 team was so good with Chris Paul and Harden. I really wish they pulled off that upset against the Warriors in the NBA Finals, because Rockets-Cavs would have been really good. And I'm sure Cavs fans would have rather played the Rockets than Golden State, because I'm sure they think LeBron could have beat them. Definitely could have. So Şengün ended up as our leading scorer. He played well in the playoffs last year. Jalen Green did not. Jabari Smith, who averaged 18 and 7.5, did not play well in the playoffs last year. Let's see if he bounces back this year. Amen doing everything. He's obviously a stud. Bridges shot the ball better in the second half, ended up shooting 37% from 3. Reed Shepherd shot 36% from 3 on the season. And for the playoffs, I'm probably not going to play Jeremiah Fears in the playoffs. I think Shepherd is going to go down to like 15 minutes. Ellis 17. Easton at 20 is fine. I think Bridges can get 30. We're going to go 36 to Şengün, 34 to Jabari Smith. Let's go 38 to Amen, and then 37 to Jalen Green. Under Ime Udoka, 4.5-star balance. Taking on Minnesota in round number 1. This should be good. You got Reed Shepherd going up against his Kentucky teammate, Rob Dillingham. Game 1 goes to Houston. We win 123-102. Great defense on everybody in this game, pretty much outside of like Julius Randle. Game 2 goes to Minnesota. They win 130-127. Damn, a winnable game. Amen has a good game. Same with Şengün. Jalen Green. Come on, man. Let's get that 3-point shot to have some consistency. We lose in game 3. We scored 17 points in the fourth quarter. Damn. Jabari Smith, 6 of 19, 2 of 12 from 3. Game 4 goes to Houston. Wow, we barely win. We barely win. Game 5 goes to Houston. Let's go. Let's win in 6. Come on. I want to get a playoff series victory with this core. Can we do it? No, we cannot. All right, so we're going to a game 7. Jabari Smith puts up 39 points. Good lord. So here we go. Game 7. It's in Minnesota. Just, oh my god, man. Can we really not lay down like that? Like, we get outscored by 25 in the first. I mean, we played better in the second and the third, but unless we have a monster comeback in the fourth, yeah, we are going to lose by a lot. We get embarrassed. Game 7. We end up losing by 27 points Did we lose by 6 or in 6 or 7 last year to the Spurs? Either way, we did not show up. I mean, Green knocked down 13 free throws. All right. I mean, we're going to look at these numbers here. Jalen Green was like fine in round 1. I think that's a ceiling. Şengün also fine. He averaged 9 and 9 in rebounds and assists. And then Thompson was really good. He even shot 36% from 3. Jabari Smith was inconsistent, but he had that one really good game. Mikal, you're killing me. The Knicks may have robbed me. Anthony Edwards, Western Conference Finals MVP. What? Clint Capella, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Okay. They beat the Nets. I don't want to play the Nets ever. They always like give me an issue. All right. Marcus Smart and Cade in that backcourt. How did this team go to the finals? Why are they starting Marcus Smart over Shaedon Sharpe? Let's see who wins it all. Oh my God, the Pistons win it all. If Clint Capella is Finals MVP, all right. I was going to say, how did Cade not get Conference Finals MVP? Like how? If we go to the Pistons and we look at their Conference Finals numbers, all right, I guess Cade averaged 22. I mean, that's weird, but yeah, we're going to head into the offseason with still no playoff series victories in this video. Curry, Harden, and Westbrook are retired, 2 former Rockets, and we are definitely going to be retiring James Harden's number. And we could get a very nice draft pick here from the Phoenix Suns. We end up getting number 4. All right, we make the playoffs and we get the 4th pick. Hey, I'm not complaining. I'm going to get the Nets pick at 18 as well. The Nets are going to get pick 1 from Philly, but I think that has a protection anyway. So the Nets are going to get our pick at 23. But hey, I'll take 4 and 18. I'm going to keep Ime as our head coach. But if we don't win a playoff series next year, I may not renew his contract. So here we are on draft night. We could end up getting like Alex Costanza, Jackson Richardson, Taj Ariza. I don't mind making a trade. Now, I do wish Jalen Green had some type of an extension right now because we could attach like the 4th pick and I could still take somebody and make a trade eventually. So I think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to draft somebody, but I'm not going to say they're locked into our future. Stokes goes 1, McCoy goes 2, Timberwolves at 3 are going to take Alex Costanza. At number 4, I'm going to go Gilbert Arenas' son, Elijah Arenas out of Texas. And then I'm going to go Carmelo Anthony's son, Rockets legend, right? Kyan Anthony out of Syracuse. And then we had pick 43, I take AJ Robinson out of St. Louis. We are going to see Jalen Green opt out. So maybe there's a sign and trade. We'll see. I'm going to pick up all these options. Reed Shepherd could also be on the block this offseason as well, because I think we could look to make a big splash. I don't know if Devin Booker is going to be in our eyes, but I'm going to give Jalen Green a 3-year extension worth around $33 million. So about $100 million throughout this deal. But there could be a sign and trade involved in that contract. And I'm going to offer the Suns an out here. I'm going to get Devin Booker and his expiring deal. He's coming off a very good season. They no longer have Kevin Durant. They have Jeremy Show, and they have a younger team. They're getting a little bit younger. They have JT Toppin, Joe Smith. It's a gross team. And Devin Booker could leave for nothing. I will give you Jalen Green. I will give you Reed Shepherd. So Green just signed a 3-year extension. Shepherd, you'd get his restricted rights next year when he hits restricted free agency. And Anton Kozlov, they're going to say no. What about if I throw in, I don't know, your first round pick there in 29? They're going to say no. All right, what about if I throw in, I don't want to throw in Jeremiah Fears. I would throw in Kyan Anthony. Does that get this deal done? It does not. And I will throw in 2 future first round picks. 1 there, 1 there. You guys are insane. You guys are insane. I'm going to go to the team selection here, and I want to see if he's an untouchable, because that trade, come on, like that's a fair trade. That really is. I don't know if Devin Booker's untouchable. Like if I made him, if I put him on the trade block, let's see if that would change anything. Like I get it. He's one of your best players in franchise history, but if I offered you Green, Shepherd, Kyan, and 2 firsts for Booker, they're going to still say no. What about if I throw in 3 first round picks? They're going to still say no. The best I could probably throw in is, like, I don't want to throw in Tari Eason. I don't think they'd want Mikal. I don't want to throw in Jeremiah Fears. Like, I could throw in Keon. I mean, if I throw in Elijah, Precious has 2-star trade value. Now, what about if I throw in Elijah Arenas, which I don't want to do. That is an absolute haul. That really is for Devin Booker. Would they do this? They do. Okay, that hurt. That hurt in my stomach giving up all that. But I just got Devin Booker. I gave up so much for him. Can Devin Booker lead this team with Şengün, Amen, Bridges? I mean, I think I'm going to start Amen at the 1. Like, Amen averaged 7 assists last year. Bridges, Jabari. We keep Eason, Ellis, J. Will. Fears is like the backup point guard. And I'm going to sign Ben Simmons to a minimum contract and to kill Alexander Walker to a 2-year deal. Devin Booker will not sign an extension right now. Great. But sometimes you got to spend money to make money. We acquired Devin Booker, Şengün, Amen Thompson. You got Mikal Bridges. So him and Booker do have that Phoenix Suns connection. I do need to release somebody before the season starts, so I'm going to release the center we took in the second round a couple years ago. All right, so this is going to be the 9-man rotation for the regular season. Thompson, Booker, Bridges, Jabari Smith, and Şengün. It excites me. Eason, Ellis, J. Will, and Jeremiah Fears off the bench. These guys could end up getting minutes depending on if somebody underperforms. 4.5-star balanced under Ime Udoka. We start off the season at home. We beat the Dallas Mavericks in a game which Devin Booker just had 13 points, and we still won by, 9 points. And we're here at the trade deadline with a 31-19 record. Good, but not great. We are 2.5 games, though, out of the 1 seed. So there's a chance we have a strong second half. We could be really good, but 1.6 point differential, not that good. Maybe Jalen Green, losing him hurt our defense because we are bottom 5 in defense. So I think I'm going to look to make a trade at the deadline. I don't know if I'm going to make a lineup switch. I was hoping that Devin Booker would average more points. Maybe it's Keon Ellis, digging into his minutes a little bit, but he's been a really good 3D option off the bench. Mikal, maybe not the defender I'd like him to be, but Jabari Smith Jr. is a really good stretch for, even though the 2-point percentage is down. This is the consistent play we're getting out of Amen Thompson. Can't believe he's like a $200 million man. Şengün's been pretty consistent as well. And then Jeremiah Fears. 3-point shot is not there, but I think he is a serviceable enough backup point guard. I wanted to take a look at the Suns this year as well, how they were doing. They're 25 and 27 with the Shepherd Green backcourt. Shepherd looks really good. I'm glad he's shining over there. Jalen Green, he's been pretty good as well. Oh, they have Kevin Durant. I guess he was a free agent. Oh no, he left Sacramento, signed back. And he's playing center? What? And I'm going to make this trade with the Orlando Magic. I'm sending them Mikal Bridges, Keith King, a 2029 first and a second for Anthony Black, who's making a lot of money. But I think I'm going to convert either him to a small forward or Amen Thompson, and we're going to get Noah Essengay in this trade as well. So if I was going to mess around with the positions, Anthony Black, if I made him a small forward, up to an 88. I think we're going to just have that. His backup position can be a point guard. He is 6'7". So I think what I'm going to do, though, is we're going to start Anthony Black, and he is going to get, we'll say 30 minutes a night. Booker at the 2, Amen at the 3, Smith and Şengün. We're going to have Eason. I think I'm going to lower Keon Ellis' minutes just a little bit, even though he's been good this year. Fears, I think I'm going to lower as well. Same with Jay Will, and I want to see what Essengay can do with around 9 minutes a night, because if he's on with his efficiency, he could be a good defender for us as well in the playoffs. Can we sign Devin Booker? We cannot, unfortunately. So, Wemby wins MVP. Brandon McCoy is your rookie of the year to the Pelicans. It's just like Shea, Luka, Wemby. We got to get through a gauntlet in the Western Conference. Shout out to Reed Shepherd winning Most Improved. Not surprised, obviously, since he's getting a lot more playing time over there in Phoenix. Please tell me we get Şengün on All-NBA second team, who had a 21-10-7 season. That's really good. I was hoping to see Devin Booker, and we do not see his name, unfortunately. And we ended the year as the 6th seed. I could not tell you the last time I won the playoffs as the 6th seed. I'm a little nervous. Anthony Black's shot isn't great right now. I'm hoping Devin Booker, we get a better version of him, because the efficiency is elite, but can we get more points per game? So, for the playoffs, I think I'm going to stick with this starting 5. I think the bench unit, I'm not going to play Essengay. I think we're going to go 13 to Fears, 13 to Jay Will. I don't mind going 17 to Ellis. Eason, let's go 22. Let's go 37 Şengün, 35 Jabari. Let's go 39 Book. And then honestly, let's go 36 to Amen Thompson. We're taking on OKC. It's a good team. It's not unbeatable, but it's really good. It's really good. AJ Mitchell developed so well in this game, and we win game 1 by 3. Okay, that's a little bit of an upset. Devin Booker. That's the Devin Booker I need. Taking 16 shots, giving me 29 points. We do lose game 2 by 8. Şengün with 28 in this one. 3 of 16 for Jabari. 2 of 10 for Eason. Please win game 3. Damn it. All right, we end up losing 123-122. Booker with 27. Jabari with 25. Amen 21. Şengün 16. Game 4 goes to Houston, 130-118. Amen and Şengün combined for 60. Devin Booker, come on, man. I gave up so much for you. I need better numbers than this. I know your efficiency is great, but I need you to score a little bit more. We do in game 5. Let's go. Let's go. Şengün, I don't know, man. Maybe Booker's just letting Şengün cook. He put up a 34-point triple-double with 2 blocks as he shot 66% from the field. Booker put up a really good performance there. Jabari Smith, good bounce-back game. Can we win in 6? Yes, we can. Let's go. Devin Booker helps us get our first playoff series victory. Amen almost had a 28-point triple-double. 32, 15, and 4 for Şengün. All right, so are we going to have to beat Wemby in the playoffs as well? Yes, we are. All right, we played the Spurs in the past. Şengün did well against them. Oh, they just have Trae Young coming off the bench. Nate Ament, Malachi Branham, and Kolek. Not a lot of defense off that bench, but we do lose by 6 in game 1. 25 for Booker, 21 for Jabari. Maybe I got to play these guys a little bit more in the playoffs. Maybe I end up dropping Jeremiah Fears down to 8 minutes a night. He's not been good. We'll do 6 minutes a night. Anthony Black has actually been pretty good. What is Amen averaging? I don't know if it's going to make a difference, swapping them. So I think I'm going to go 31 minutes to Black. Let's go 40 to Booker. Let's go 39 to Amen. Game number 2 goes to Houston. That was, oh my God, that felt like must win. If we went down 2-0, that could have been it. Jabari Smith Jr. knocked down 7 threes. Triple-double for Şengün. Game 3, goes to Houston. All right, we're 2 games away from the conference finals. 30 for Book, 20 and 14 for Şengün. Game 4 goes to Houston. All right, we're up 3-1. 134, 124. Şengün puts up 39. He doesn't own Wemby, but he's been playing very well, and we just wanted, fine, let's go. We're in the conference finals. I don't know the whole Trae Young situation. Like, what's the point of having Trae Young just to play him 22 minutes a night as the men drops 28, 9, and 10? He hits 4 threes. Anthony Black goes 4-4 from 3. Ellis, 4 of 8 from 3. And we're in the conference finals to take on the Dallas Mavericks. So we beat Shea and the Thunder. We beat Wemby and the Spurs. This is the gauntlet. This is an absolute gauntlet. Now we got to beat another division rival, the Dallas Mavericks, led by Luka and Kyrie. And Luka, I think, is tougher to beat than Wemby and Shea in this game. Game 1 goes to Houston. All right. Maybe we were better than a 6 seed. 22, 15, and 11 for Şengün. What was our point differential? 2.2. All right, Dallas is at 3.8. Like, the fact that we beat San Antonio, I think, was massive. Game 2 goes to Dallas. Nobody said it was going to be easy. We lose by 18. Tari had 20 in this game. Game 3 goes to Houston. We are 2 games away from the NBA Finals. Booker and Şengün combined for 62. Game 4 goes to Houston. We are 1 game away from the Finals. 30, 15, and 3 for Men Thompson. Keon Ellis, what a pickup he's been. An unreal pickup. Game 5, we lose. Nobody said it was going to be easy. I'm scared. Don't let them force a game 7, please. Please win game 6. Oh my God, they won by 8. All right. All right, that's not good. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. We got blown out in our last game 7. Don't let it be the same thing here. Oh man, please go on a run in the 3rd. Please. Oh my God, it's been back and forth all game long. I can't watch. It's like a car. Oh man, we're down by 9. Down by 14. Yep, we get blown out. All right, we can't close out games in the 4th. I thought maybe it was a Jalen Green thing. I mean, Booker played all right, but wasn't great. All these guys had minus 20s in the plus minus. This sucks, man. I really thought that was going to be it. We blew a 3-1 lead, and we would have gotten the Raptors, the 1-seeded Raptors in the finals, and the Mavericks end up sweeping them. Damn it, man. That could have been ours, as Luka is your finals MVP. All right, so a disappointing playoff exit, but we could still, I think, compete next year just fine. Like, Devin Booker's only 31 years old. Hopefully he could be as good as KD was into his late 30s. We're going to see Rick Carlisle retire. Hall of Fame, KD and Kawhi. No surprises there. We don't really have any draft capital. We traded it all for Devin Booker as the Lakers get number 1, Wizards 2, Blazers 3, Nets 4, and Sixers 5. Only the Lakers actually own their 1st round pick there. I think I'm going to bring back Ime Udoka. Like, we were pretty good this year. I'm going to bring him back just on a 2-year deal, though, worth $10 million flat. We didn't draft anybody here, as the number 1 pick was Dedrick Nance from Illinois. Really good center going to the Lakers. Tracy Cartwright, where is he from? Duke, going number 2. Carl House from Butler 3. Stanley Clark from G-Tech 4. And Doyle Keefe from West Virginia 5. We're going to pick up the team options on Jeremiah Fears and Noah Essengay. We're going to let AJ Robinson hit free agency. Kozlov, sure, I can give the qualifying offer to, as yeah, Devin Booker's a free agent and he does not have a real offer, which is good. I gotta give him a 5-year deal. We gave up that haul for Devin Booker. I gotta bring him back. Precious, honestly, like on the minimum, why not? Jay Will on a 2-year deal, let's bring back as well. So yeah, we're gonna sign all 3 of these guys. Ben Simmons, that experiment really didn't work out. Ja Morant was a free agent. He ended up going back to Memphis. Zion back to New Orleans. Siakam goes to the Clippers. Okay. I'm going to sign Johnny Juzang on a 1-year deal as well. So looking at the team, we can still make a move if we want, like, later in the year, like that Anthony Black experiment. Like, could I want to trade? I mean, I could trade him for a true small forward or a true point guard. Could I maybe trade Anthony Black and I don't know who else I'd include in this trade. Maybe Noah Essengay, basically the guys we got from the Magic, for Denny of Dia, who I think I would slide down to the 3. And I get Liam McNeely in this trade as well. They're going to say no. They would want Keon Ellis, which I don't really want to move. Do I have some draft capital? I could throw in a 2031st. Let's do that. They're going to agree to that. Okay, I kind of like that trade. We get Denny, who I'm going to bump to the 3. He goes up to an 85 overall. He could play the small ball 4 off the bench. We also get McNeely if I wanted to start him at the 3 as well, because we know he's going to be a lights out shooter. So Devin Booker's a 94, Şengün's a 92, Amen's a 90. Like, that's a really good big 3, and I think we have the complementary pieces around them to go all the way this year. I was kind of shocked we didn't go all the way last year. So this is going to be the team, and I really like it because we got a starting 5 of Amen Thompson, Devin Booker, Denny of Dia, Jabari Smith Jr., and Alperen Şengün. Bench of Liam McNeely, Tari Eason, Jeremiah Fears, Keon Ellis, and Jay Will. That's really good. That should be a team that should go out and win the 2029 NBA Finals. Hopefully we could do so. We start off with a monster win against Memphis. So we're at the deadline. I could look to make a move if I want to. We're currently third out of the Texas teams. It is cool that the top 3 teams in the West are all from Texas. We are number 2 in the NBA in terms of point differential. Devin Booker is our leading scorer, followed by Şengün, Thompson, Jabari Smith, and Liam McNeely. It's funny, we've had so many, like, I guess small forwards come through. Like, if you count Anthony Black, Mikal Bridges, Dylan Brooks, we tried out Tari Eason there. McNeely, lights out shooter, 4 rebounds, 5 assists as well. Like, him and Denny, I think, gives us a very good combo at the 3 spot going into the playoffs. Jeremiah Fears, in his last year of his rookie deal, is efficient. Tari Eason, I mean, not the offensive player he used to be. He's 27 for us, though, so he's in his prime. It's just Jay Will has not shot well this year. So, honestly, for the second half of the year, I think I may go the backup 5 spot to Precious Achiuwa instead of Jay Will, just because I want to see what I can get there. And then I think we're going to decide on the playoff rotation when we get there. Keon Ellis shooting 40% from 3. Dude is a beast. Luka wins MVP. Josiah Mosley ends up getting Rookie of the Year for the Sacramento Kings. Josh Giddey, 6th Man of the Year in Philadelphia. Noah Essengate wins Most Improved in Portland. Of course he does. Igor Demon is like the best player in the NBA now, winning Clutch Player of the Year in Toronto. All-NBA first team as well, joining Cooper Flagg and Wemby. Cooper Flagg was the number 1 overall pick to Utah back in that 2025 draft. We don't get any Rockets on the first 2 teams, but we do get Şengün on All-NBA third team now that he's 26 years old. Still been like a really good player for us. It's always kind of been the number 2. I think at times I viewed him as the number 1 with Jalen Green, but obviously with Devin Booker, he's the number 2. We end up as the 2 seed. So I think San Antonio was up there. They kind of fell off in the second half. We finished tied with Dallas with an 8-point differential. New Orleans had a really good second half. Oh my God. That is an insane team. McCoy, Peterson, Ingram, Zion, Porzingis, Will Riley, Walker Kessler, Yves Missi, Herbert Jones, Pods. All right. Thank God we're on the other side of the bracket. We would meet in the the Western Conference Finals. Hopefully somebody knocks them out before we get there, because those numbers are just insane, or that team is just insane. So I think for the playoffs, I'm actually going to start McNeely over Denny. I'm going to go about 23 minutes to Denny. I think I have to remove somebody from the rotation. I just don't know who. Like, Keon Ellis shot 42% from 3. Jeremiah Fears was really efficient this year. Like, I don't want to bump Tari Eason out of the rotation. So what I may do, actually, is play these guys in spurts. So we're going to go 17 to Denny, 17 to Eason. Honestly, I think in spurts is fine in a way that we just did, like, 10 to Fears, 12 to Ellis, 15 to Denny and Eason. Like, that's something if I'm going to go with the 5-man bench. And then we can go 36 to Şengün. We can go 30 to McNeely. I can go 39 to Booker, 39 to Thompson. We'll actually go 38 to Booker. And we'll do 34 to Smith, 31 to McNeely. So we'll see how that strategy goes. Maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't. Taking on the Denver Nuggets in round number 1. They have a good team. Obviously, they have Nikola Jokic. So they should always be in every playoff series. If we can't get out of round 1, though, that would be embarrassing, as we do end up sweeping them. And we're taking on the Kings in round number 2. In round number 1, Devin Booker did average 24 points on solid efficiency. And now we're taking on Sacramento in round number 2, the Keon Ellis Revenge Series. They have Kasperi Shakushonis there, starting at the 1. They no longer have De'Aaron Fox. They still have Domantas Sabonis, who's regressing. And game number 1, let's see how this goes against Sacramento. We end up winning this one by 6. All right, Keon Ellis had 19 points in 12 minutes against his former team. We do end up winning game 2, 34 and 14 for Amen Thompson. Hello. Shooting 41% from 3 in the playoffs. We go up 3-0. Devin Booker with 23. And are we going to start off the playoffs 8-0? Yes, we do. But we have to take on New Orleans. Dang it. Why couldn't a team beat them? They beat the Spurs in 6, and they swept Memphis, who beat the one-seeded, Mavericks in round 1. Okay. This team is so good. I'm scared. Game 1 goes to Houston. All right. We win 135-102. Jabari Smith Jr. with 25. McNeely with 24. Game number 2 goes to the Rockets. We were 10-0 in the playoffs. We win by 3. Please win game 3. Okay, we are undefeated in the playoffs so far. I mean, I guess it shows you how good our team is, because that Pelicans team is really good, and we just ended up sweeping them. We are 12-0 in the playoffs, taking on the Orlando Magic with AJ Dembele in the conference finals. They also have this Adam guy, Jalen Suggs, Paolo Turner. Oh, yes, they have Mikal Bridges because of the Anthony Black trade. Randall and Bobby Portis, they love playing with each other. And a former Rocket, I believe Julio Bethea. Did I draft him in this? No, different rebuild I'm thinking of. Game 1, we lose. Our first game here in the playoffs. All right, we lose by 12. Game 2. Oh, my God, are you kidding me, man? We're down 2-0. Really? How do you go 12-0 on the West side? Oh, my God. I thank God we win game 3 by 35 points. Booker drops 32. Honestly, Keon Ellis is in a little bit of a rough patch. I may lower his minutes a little bit. He is shooting 35% from 3 in the playoffs. I think I'm going to lower that. Fears has been really good. I'm going to give him 15 minutes a night. We're going to keep 10 to Precious. He's not been good either. Honestly, let's go back to J. Well. This is really stupid, but I'm panicking. And then I can go about 20. We can do 10 minutes to J. Well, 13 minutes to J. Well, Let's do 17 to Eason, 17 to Denny. Please win game 4. Thank you. All right. We win it by 18. So we lose the first 2, win the next 2. Every road team has won so far. But that trend ends there as we blow them out in game number 5. Devin Booker with 36. Here we go. Can we win the NBA Finals in 6? Or are we going to a game 7 here of the 2029 Finals? We have a good first half. Third quarter could have been better. We're down by 5. Can we go on a run? Down by 1. Up by 4. Up by 3 with 2.5 left. Let's see if I'm going to choke it. All right. So I'm just like excited to use him. And Thompson. Why is he rocking number 40? All right. Let's see what McNeely can do here. Kind of use him in this UConn style offense as we just don't get any good screens. Let's kick it to Şengün in the post, who's got 29 and 11. They're going to leave Fears wide open. Okay. I meant Thompson. Oh, come on, man. Get to the rim. Get to the rim, Amen. He's going to get blocked. All right, he gets blocked there. I mean, Fears and Amen just closed out together. I was going to get a wide open Jeremiah Fears 3, which wasn't going to work out. Amen Thompson, please hit this. That is such a bad shot. That is such a bad shot. Why is Johnny Juzang in the game? Oh my God. Why is he in this game? Doesn't make any sense. Oh God. All right. I'm fine with Amen Thompson guarding Suggs. They're trying to get the ball to Jahlil Bethea. No way. Jahlil Bethea, thank God he misses that. 2 timeouts. I don't know what type of lineup is in right now. All right. I'm going to get... Oh, God, I kind of benched Keon Ellis. I'm going to get McNeely in the game. Yeah, so I guess Devin Booker fouled out, unfortunately. So we're going to go Fears, McNeely, Thompson, Smith, and Şengün. All right, Fears, Şengün, pick and roll. They do have Miles Turner there at the center spot. Fears get to the rim. Fears get to the rim. Oh, God, he's going to miss that. Şengün, I love you with the rebound. All right, let's waste some time. McNeely, who has 14 assists. Hello. He's stepping up for Devin Booker. Can he get inside? He can. Oh, God. Giving it to Şengün. Şengün, please, with the left hand. Oh, my God. The hook shots never work in 2K. Maybe it's because I have real shooting percentage on. How did I not get a steal? Oh, God. Paolo and Jabari Smith. He blows the layup. Oh, my God. What is going on? Nobody's hit his bucket yet. All right, Amen. Let's use the speed. Let's get to the rim, use the speed, and let's yam it down. Thank you. That's what I should be doing every time. All right, Jabari Smith guarding Paolo Banchero. Number 3 pick from 2022 guarding number 1 pick. Can we stay on him? Let's see. Miles Turner, screen right there, and Paolo's going to get to the rim. Oh, my God, we fouled? Who fouled him there? Şengün? Oh, my God. All right, well, they're about to get a 3-point play, which is going to make this a 2-point game again, and I'm going to have to go to... Oh, God, he misses it. Thank God. All right, 3-point game. I mean, I could go Jabari Smith Jr. at the 5. I guess I'll keep Jay Will in. Men Thompson, honestly, again, oh, God, he gets stuck at the rim. All right, well, I missed that. I don't know why I decided to do that shot. I kind of want a men guarding Paolo. I do not want Jeremiah Fears guarding Paolo. Please, Jeremiah Fears, go guard your man. Thank God their floor spacing sucks. Bethea kicks it over to Suggs. I didn't get a closeout, and he hits it. God damn it. I hate the CPU. I mean, half it's on me. Why do I suck at this game? Why do I suck at this game? Please tell me AJ Devance can't hold his own. Okay, Liam McNeely. Oh my God, what a close. I'll get the ball. Okay, thank you. Kick it out to Jabari. Oh my God, can Jabari get by these guys? Oh my God, I'm really going to choke this. Jabari, get to the rim. Okay, he misses that. Never mind. Jay Will. Jay Will. I don't need Şengün. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God, that possession was disgusting to watch. What a slow 3-point release from McNeely, and what a closeout block by Debanza. All right, please, for the love of God, let's clamp up. I should have put a better defensive lineup in. Oh God, Debanza 3. Oh my God, Miles Turner. No way. That's for the win. Oh my God, now we're NBA champions. Oh my God, that was a deep 3 for Miles Turner. Oh my God, that was probably so tough to watch for you guys. And there we go. Amen Thompson holding up the NBA title trophy. So I saw Şengün hold up the trophy, and he does get Finals MVP. I'm glad it was Şengün. I was hoping it was going to be him or Amen Thompson. And I hope you guys did enjoy the Rockets rebuild. If you did, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments which team we should rebuild next. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.